Hello and happy Tuesday. Come on in, you guys. I'm just getting ready to pull myself up here. Let me just switch accounts. Come on in. Happy Tuesday to everybody. There I am. Welcome to my segment on Craft on the Clock. And turn my volume down. And let's see who's coming. Let's see who's coming to play this morning. I'm pretty sure this is my time. Some days you just don't know, right? I'll know when Tracy pops on and lets me know and says hello. Come on in. There she is. Hey, Tracy, how are you? I second guessed myself. I was like, today's Tuesday, isn't it? And it is 10 o'clock. Crazy how we do that sometimes. Your mind plays tricks on you. There's Patty Espo. Welcome, ladies. Come on in. Welcome to my segment on Craft Round the Clock. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you're joining me this morning. My name is Mara LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, owner, creator, designer of the fabulous Diva design stencils, lavender and lace. Hey, Lori, how are you? Come on in. There's my sweet Anna. Okay, we have 45 minutes. We're going to create some really easy mixed media. And we're going to be using the paper and some of the paints, 3 of the paints from the last bundle that we just put up. I want to say there's 4 of them left. Salve Molly. Hey, Mala, good to see you here. She's a new friend. She's actually joining us for our Nacho Mama's Textiles class. I'm so excited to have you. Hey, Catherine and Tracy. Good to see you. You guys, if you're not in on the Nacho Mama's Textile class, you want to check it out. It's this Friday. It's 2 classes, 2-hour classes, less than $20. Plus you get inside the group, there's a coupon code if you need to purchase some supplies. We're going to be doing textiles with inlays and foils and papers and stencils and all the things. It's going to be a great class. Let me get my camera down so we can go ahead and get started. There's Laura. I'm glad your appointment went smoothly. Anyway, this is what we started with. Let me show you the 4 papers that are in the bundle. I'm actually going to be using this in an event on 2 events on Saturday. And one of them is going to be streamed here in the Craft Round the Clock group, and then one is on YouTube. And I'm using the other half of this paper. But that's one of the papers. This collection will have my DNA on it, so make sure it doesn't show up at a crime scene. This paper, which I love. Hi, Chula. There's this one. So it's kind of a cross between spring, summer, kind of getting a touch into fall. I love the colors in this one. So that's the papers. And these are there's 2 crystal pastes and gold and silver and 2 deluxe pastes. That's the bundle. When you purchase the 4 paints, you get the 4 papers for free. Such a deal. And our private membership group can use their coupon code on that. So let's go ahead and get started. We did a little bit of blending already, so that's already done, so we can finish our project. And I was kind of on the fence about what stencil, hi Irma, to use, but this is where we're at so far. So at the top, I used the Lacy Border Stencil, which is one of the newest from my latest collection, and I just added it here to the top. But you can see how we used those colors and blended in that paper. There was the brown. It's the it's the truffle. Yes, it's the truffle, which I love it. It's just a really, really nice goldeny brown. Here, let me show you. Look at how gorgeous that is, right? Perfect for fall. Perfect for shadowing. So we did the lacy borders on here. We're going to add something in the middle. Let's go ahead. We are going to add another stencil, probably here. And I think we're going to use our deluxe crystal paste. Hi, Diane. Over this. So I wanted that to dry. So let's go ahead. I wonder if I need to stand up. I may need to stand up. I need to stand up. Here we go. All right. So we're going to place it right where we had it. If you put in the comments hashtag website with 1 word and no spaces, you will get a direct link into your Facebook Messenger that will take you right to our website. Make sure you subscribe to get the free emails. We do one a month. The Not Your Mama's textile class is there under kits and classes, and then also the latest paint bundle. We only do small amounts of these, typically no more than 5 bundles each time. So we did sell one actually before we posted it. One of our ladies must have just happened to be on the website and saw it. There's Janet. How are you, Nanny Janet? And there's Lisa and Rebecca. Good morning, Robbie. We're shifting it just over a little bit. And then we're going to go in with our crystal paste in gold and a palette knife. And so when you're using the crystal paste, make sure that you mix it really well, because a lot of that stuff, all the goodness is on the bottom. All the goodness is on the bottom. So, and as this dries, you'll see it's going to get more opaque. And we're just popping it in there like frosting. Our stencils are 10 mil. They're super durable. And I think it's going to be really pretty. Isn't this print gorgeous? Shauna, was it you that bought this bundle? I thought it might have been you that bought this bundle. Kind of before we advertised it, somebody bought it. I thought it was you. I could be wrong. And you guys have been really liking the bundles because it's just kind of helps you put colors and papers together. It's kind of like Garanimals for artists. All right. Got a chunk there. Let's get rid of that. And then let's gonna lift this straight up. Straight up. And I'm going to clean this right away just to make it easier to clean afterwards. I hate scrubbing my stencils, so if you can just kind of head and just kind of clean off the bulk of this, then your cleanup is a lot easier. Good morning, Catherine. There's Kimberly. Kimberly, Crazy Craft Company, is just right up the road in California. Believe it or not, we've never met. We want to, but just we need to do that, girlfriend. And I believe she's up right after me. There we go. All right, that's good enough for now. Just got the bulk of that off. There's one thing that I can't stand is I hate dirty stencils. I'm really a fanatic about it. I know some people, they let their stencils get so dirty, but it's blasphemy. All right, let me give my hands a little swipe because now I got it all under my fingernails. All right. All right. What? Oh, sure, now I got it on my elbow. Good morning, Donna. Good to see you here. All right, so that's the gold. And you'll see it'll dry. It will dry more opaque. It's really pretty. Get this down. And just, because you know I'm going to have sparkles all over myself today. All over myself. You guys, if you're not following our page, please make sure you're following. We so would love to have you be a regular part of our crew. Let's try this a little bit. If you think you're following, but you're not sure, if you can just go ahead and tap your screen, you can bump me in the nose if you want. If you're not following, it will give you an opportunity to. A lot of time, Facebook will unfollow accounts that thinks you are not interested any longer. And if I can get this dry just a little bit. Get you that up close. Look at that, how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Sparkle Tuesday, you got it. It's always a Sparkle Tuesday around here. All right, so this is the paper from the latest bundle underneath, and I blended it actually. I've used all the colors. This Decor Metal Matte in turquoise is actually Lagoon Blue. Look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't that beautiful? It's a deal. Buy 4 paints, get 4 free papers. How do you beat it? All right, I'm going to dry just enough so that I don't smash it, which would be just like me. Thank you, Shauna. Yeah, the print is really pretty. I'm going to use the other half on Saturday. I'm actually in 2 events on Saturday. One is a YouTube collab, and one, hey Nancy, and one is a Facebook collab. So, and it'll go out today in the email. So just in case, if you don't want to remember, it'll be in your email this morning. I hate the dentist. I'm sorry, Nancy. I hope everything is just a routine and it's nothing major. All right, let's get going. Let's do that next stencil while this dries a little bit more. I think we're going to go in with French Quarter. I really love this right here. And I think I'm going to... See, that's what I didn't want to happen. I think I'm going to put it up. I don't think I want to put it right next to it, but I think I kind of want to put it up here just a little bit. And I don't think I want it straight. I think I want it on a little bit of an angle. Maybe right there. All right, so let's go in with our brown first, our truffle. And I don't care if it's not perfect. I really just want to create a little bit of a shadow. And then we're going to go over it in that gold again. And then we'll add some more embellishments. It has just enough of a glimmer in it to make it interesting. Really should be dry on the other side on that first stencil. I'm using just a little bit of paint. I really don't want it very dark. And then we're going to do the same thing. Kind of smashed it. Okay. So let's dry that. That dries pretty quick. Let's go in again. with our crystal paste. Clean this up. And do that one more time. Hi, Deb. Hey, Lori. Welcome. Let us know if you're new. I'd love to welcome you if you are. All right, I got a little chunkage in there. All right. A little bit here. All right, so you're going to lift straight up. Looks like I missed a little spot over there, but that's okay. Let me put this over here and clean this just a little bit. Hey, Mary Shirky. Mary's joining us for the Nacho Mama's Textile Workshop. A lot of our ladies here are. If you've ever wanted to learn how to create with textiles, it's going to be a fabulous class. You will learn a lot. Tips and tricks and projects and you can't beat the price. Good morning, Treese. Yes, I'm excited you're joining us. Just, this is going to be hard to clean up if I don't do it now. I'm going to have to get some elbow grease in there and see if I can, maybe there we go. There we go. That's better. All right, I don't want to spend all my time. No, the clock is not a stencil. That is one of the papers that is in our latest bundle. It's actually a project block sheet. There are 2 images on there, and I'll be using that second one on Saturday. It's actually, let's see, let me show you. There we go. That's the image. Of course, it only took up a small portion of my paper, and we blended in the rest of them with the colors that are in the paint bundle. Julie, I'm excited you're joining us for the workshop. All right, let's dry this a little bit. I think we're going to add some transfers. I have taken out the, it's one of my favorites, and it's an older transfer. It's the IOD Brocante transfer. I love it because it has those fabulous birds that everybody loves, and it's 2 pages of the bird, and it also has, I think, the most variety in a transfer. It's got a great Eiffel Tower, it has the birds, it's got some florals, it has a few little signs, it's got a gorgeous clock. It's a great transfer, if I say so myself. Really is a good transfer. Really do love it. So this is drying up nicely. Let's see if this one is dry. Almost. It's almost. Thank you, Sally. Thank you for being here. Time, I say it all the time, time is the most precious thing we have. Thank you so much for joining me. So appreciate you. All right, now let's I may or may not want to put another piece here. I may want to add some more stencils. But let's get the birds, because I definitely know I want to use the birds. Can you see the rest of the papers in the bundle? Yes, of course, Molly. So I feel like it goes from spring to summer to fall. This is the first paper. And of course, this is what we've used today. We're using this on a box on Saturday. And then we have this gorgeous peacock. Yeah, the birds are amazing. And there's 2 sheets of the birds. And then we have this, which to me is kind of like very summerish. And then this one kind of takes you, I think, from summer into fall. So those are the papers that you get free with the purchase of this kit. These are the colors. So of course, they all coordinate, which kind of takes a lot of the guesswork out for a lot of you. That was my number one thing that people, when I told you guys, they're not sure what paints to use with what papers. So we've kind of taken the guesswork out. We just started doing bundles. I want to say this is our 3rd or maybe 4th bundle. And it's been a hit. And we do them in small amounts. So there's only like 5. I want to say there's 4 left. So that's the papers. Look at this Eiffel Tower, how good that is. This rose is gorgeous. This is beautiful. There's some really great bees. These are like labels that look good on jars or tags. Look at this fun clock. But of course, our beloved birds. That is what we're going for. And I think I'm going to use this one because it has a little bit more of that blue. So let me grab my scissors that I took out that are probably right under my nose somewhere. You know, when you stand up, you always find stuff. Well, I got my transfer stick, so that's a start. Gosh darn it, I took those scissors out. Well, I have these big ones. Let's just use these. What did I do with those scissors? Probably under my board. Nope, it's not. That's okay. That's okay. Let's get that bird. Let's go grab that bird. Use these big old honking scissors. So, let me know in the comments if you've never used an IOD transfer. They do need to be applied on a top-coated surface, and your surface needs to be completely dry. You don't want to go through all that expense and all that trouble and then have a wah-wah, right? Each transfer book comes with a stick. Save them, trust me, because they disappear. They disappear. I don't think I want to use the whole thing because I don't want it to go all the way across. So I think this seems like a natural place to cut. Then I can just save those. Or let's see, I can save these 2 and put the 2 blue birds. Let me think now. Let's do that. Let's cut it here instead. I changed my mind. Big surprise. I love these birds. I never get tired of using them. All right, so let's add them here at the bottom. Oops. make sure I got that on straight. They do disappear right in front of you. They absolutely do. And I've top coated this board yesterday. I love how all the birds are looking in different directions. You have the IOD transfers and use them all the time. Yes. You're not so good with stencils? Well, I hope this encouraged you to try them, because stenciling is very, very easy. And I actually prefer stenciling over stamping because I feel like I have more control. But the biggest problem that I find that people make is they use too much paint and they do not offload enough paint. So less is more. Can you believe I said that? But less is more when you come to stencils. You can always add more paint. I would rather see you do 2 layers of paint than try to do one big gobby layer. That's a technical word, by the way, gobby. I didn't butcher. I saved the 2 birds. They're saved for another use. So there's an opacity to the paper that you'll see when it starts transferring onto your surface. And if it doesn't transfer, like right here, you can just put it back down and just rub it. And these plastic transfer sticks are the best. They started, when I first started with them probably 7 years ago now, as a retailer, they had wooden sticks, and I would break them all the time. I do have them in stock, Lori. Yeah, we just restocked them. Sometimes you can catch like a bubble underneath. And look at that. Whoop. Just goes zippity quick. Hashtag website, one word, no spaces. Hey, Jules, we'll get you a direct link into your Facebook Messenger. And then you can go, make sure that you subscribe, because we have a really cute printable this month. We did a fabulous Pop Art Maryland printable last month. And then you can get in on the Not Your Mama's Textile Workshop. And the bundle is there. The workshop is under Kits and Classes. All the things. There is also a sale on retired IOD items, inlays, Christmas. The code for that is IOD all caps 2026. If you've been on the fence about trying inlays, they're 30% off. Anything that's retired. It's not all Christmas in there, but there is some Christmas, especially my creative friends that sell, and they need to start getting ready. Let me know who's getting ready for Christmas already. I know some of you are. Look at those birds. Is that perfect? Perfect. Hey, Sheila, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right, now, what else do we do? Do we do another? I think we should do some more stenciling. I think we should do more stenciling. Let's go in with the Summer Breeze and maybe use a little bit more of that crystal paste, ever so lightly. And then, I know what I'll do. Let me add another transfer, and then maybe we'll finish it off with some crystal paste. How about, there's one flower that I spied that had just a little bit of blue. A little bit of blue. Where are you? Not that one. Some days my fingers don't work so good. Your Christmas is still out. You're working on Christmas all year. I knew a lot of people do. Well, check out the retired sale. IOD all caps 2026. And there is an IOD 2026 category, I believe, on our website. All the retired stuff is 30% off. All the stamps, retired molds, retired transfers, and all the inlays. Okay. I should have cut it higher. Oh, I'm not losing my mind. Ah, there it is. I knew I had it. I knew I had it in there. So let's put this on. Yeah, this, I think, in my opinion, has the most variety of different items in your transfer book. And that's the brocante. Okay. Let's see. I like that right about there. I very rarely do things straight up and down. I don't know why. I just feel like it gives it a little more interest. And I am going to take... I'm going to cut this off because otherwise it's going right over his little face. You can't cover up that cute face. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes I rub and kind of lift up just a little bit at the same time. We have a mold that's going in here as soon as this is dry, which is probably right there, like that. You hoarded those birds for the longest time, did not want to. Well, that's the thing, because how many people do that? I do it with fabric. I buy fabric that I really, really love, and then I don't use it because then I won't have it anymore if I use it. There's Brenda. Hi, sweet friend. Yeah, so, and I know a lot of people do that with the IOD transfers as well, but the good thing about the brocante transfer is there's 2 sheets of birds, so you can use one and you'll still have one to save. That's like win-win. Hi, Robin. All right, they do need to go. You didn't see me put a top coat on there, but they do need to go on a top coated surface, and they do need to be top coated afterwards. But I top coat everything. I'm always preaching to my private membership ladies. Top coat, top coat, top coat. We did a fabulous canvas, talking about the Not Your Mama's Textile. We did a fabulous canvas project the last 2 weeks. Actually, last week. It took us almost 3 sessions, but 2 sessions. Came out really great. Lots of techniques that we used on there. And a lot of texture. I'm a bit of a texture junkie. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's wrap that around. I do have another leaf that I could put. Maybe going down this way. Let's cut this piece off here. One of my most favorite things to do is to create with scraps, little bits and pieces of this and that, because it's always the most unique projects. like that. Now, I was going to add stencil, another stencil, but let's see. Maybe take this little piece of leaf, cut off that stem, and maybe add this right here. Or maybe I want it there. Maybe we'll do that right here. I am, Brenda. I am. We are doing our September workshop again. So excited about that. I just ordered some stuff on Amazon last night. I just got a notification on the other phone. It came. Woohoo! Tell you what did we do before Amazon? Isn't that the craziest thing? All right, I like that. I like that there. So, this is what we've got so far. We still have a few more minutes. So we added those birds. We have the French quarter stencil. Is that French quarter? Let me see, darn it. I always forget the names of my own stencils. I don't even know where it is. This is the new lacy borders. I love watching you because you put things together I would never thought to do, but they always turn. Thank you, Shauna. And then here is that little touch of blue and those birds. So fun. I think we could use a little bit more stenciling though. Maybe a little swirl right here. Let's see if we don't like it. Here's the thing. If we don't like it, my board is top coated. So I can just wipe it right off. Right? And sometimes we need a do-over. All right. So this is not going to be as bright. Because I'm not putting it over a dark surface. And this is called Summer Breeze. After that Seals and Crofts song. Actually, one of the ladies in my private membership group named it. They always get sneak peeks of my stencils and all kinds of things. And I asked for suggestions for naming it. And I think it was Donna that named it. And I loved it. Thank you, Molly. Yeah, oh, that's good. That is good. Do we need a little more? Maybe some here. So don't be afraid to use bits and pieces of your stencil. Nobody says you have to use the whole thing. In fact, I got a little bit over my transfer. I'm just going to take that off right there. And I may put some right here in the middle. There's Sheila. Sheila did a live on her page yesterday using one of her stencils and one of our molds. And it was just beautiful. She did a beautiful project. Let's add a little more because why not? Again, if I hate it, I just wipe it off. No big whoop, you guys. Just a little something, something. So this is this month's bundle. if you like having somebody match your papers and your colors for you, it's kind of win-win. You buy the 4 paints, and actually it's 2 deluxe pastes and 2 crystal pastes, and then you get 4 papers for free, which is my favorite F word. Just gonna lie, not gonna lie. I should say complimentary, but either way, you guys get the gist. So I have curated these sets for you. There's typically only about 5 each time. Oh, that looks good. And I feel like maybe we need just a little bit more here. Wait till it dries. You're really going to see it. Show the other papers. Okay. All right, Molly. We have time. This one. There's this one, which is gorgeous. This set's got my DNA on it. There's this fabulous peacock. And then there is the one that we're using today, which is a project block. This one we'll use on Saturday. So you get these 4, 2, a silver and a gold crystal paste, a silver and a deluxe paste in the blue, and then the truffle with 3 free papers. 4 free papers. That coordinates, so everything coordinates. So like I said, it's like Garanimals for artists. Yeah, the papers are pretty. All right, lift straight up. And let's see if we can dry this a little bit. So you can see that gold, because it really is gorgeous. It may be hard to see. Once it dries, it's going to be more opaque. And then we have this mold that I actually found in my stash, by the way. I could not tell you where it came from. It was already painted. I was like, bingo pachingo. Bingo pachingo. And we're going to set that right in the center. So when I designed this stencil, I actually thought about adding something in the center, but I decided to leave it blank because I wanted to be able to add something in there. So this is the lacy border stencil. This is the French quarter stencil. And then this one is Summer Breeze. I would love for you to follow us on this page, and also my main page, Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. Friday night, we have date nights. We started a really fun garden project. Really fun garden project on Friday that we're going to finish this Friday. So it's a busy week. I have 3 extra lives this week, which is, I mean, I already thought I was busier than a one-arm paper hanger, but this is, it's a lot. There's my girl, Nicole. All right, so this stencil without the background is going to be super subtle. And here, anytime you want something to pop, always put a dark background underneath it, any type of metallic. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Janet. Janet's got a page too, Nanny's Nooks. She's also in our membership group. And she does some really fun projects as well. All right, we have 1 minute. 1 minute. Brocante birds. This is from the Brocante. Easy, you guys, easy. So the title of this was Easy Mixed Media. And you saw, other than the blending that was done before we started, 45 minutes. And you're done. Boom. All right, and then we'll glue this on. I'm not sure which direction. Let me look at it and see. Michelle, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so the bundle is on the website. The Not Your Mama's Textile class is on the website. Hashtag website, one word, no spaces. Yes, brown and then the metallic on top. So there's the brown first, and then you add your stencil right over your previous stenciling and shift it up either to the right or to the left or down. And then you can see when that dries, look at how pretty and soft that's going to be. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Well, that's it. My time is officially over. If you're watching on the Craft Round the Clock group, go ahead and refresh your page and check out Kimberly from Crazy Craft Company, and I'll see you there in the comments. Hope to see you on the main page on Friday, 4 o'clock for date night. Ciao for now. Bye, ladies. Class is Friday morning at 9 a.m.